Living in the city is just fantastic. I should know, this is my place. Nah, just kidding. But these are the sort of views that inner city dwellers just love. And there's plenty of reasons why more and more people are calling the CBD their home. One of Melbourne's most renowned residential property investment experts, Monique Wakelin, says that Melburnians are not used to living in the city, but that trend is changing.
What's really attracting people is the fact that it's so close to everything. They're close to their work, they're close to the movies, they're close to the theatre, they're close to bars and clubs and cafes and fabulous restaurants. And from the city, it's walking distance to wonderful places like here in East Melbourne, where you just have this extremely wonderful, gorgeous expanse of greenery that you can just sit and relax in.
And when you live in the middle of town, it's you that gets to discover all the great little things about your very own city. Like Melbourne's famous laneways and alleys that you always read about or have visitors talk about. When you're in the city, any of these can be your local. Because we all know how much Melburnians love our coffee. The problem used to be a lack of infrastructure and amenities for the day-to-day stuff. But that has certainly changed as well.
The awareness is increasing, and of course the level of amenity is increasing. You know, more and more we walk down city streets and we see supermarkets popping up that create that day-to-day level of amenity that we all need.
Don't get us wrong. There are parts of the city that would truly stretch most people's budget. But affordability isn't confined to living in the suburbs.
To live really well in the city, you need to have fairly substantial reserves to be able to deploy. But for those people who want something more affordable, those options certainly do exist.
But Monique does have some very good advice about taking your first steps towards an inner city address.
Look, the best way to try it out is not to sell your house in the suburbs right off the bat. Rent it out for a year and rent in the city for about the same period of time, because what you want is to do it for long enough for the novelty factor to wear off. What's going to be disruptive? What are you going to enjoy? And you've got to do it for long enough to really get a sense of what it's going to be like. And you've got to be prepared to put up with a certain amount of noise and inconvenience, because after all, this is a major capital city.
And then, of course, there's the traffic. But one good thing about already living in the city means that you don't have to fight against it one way or the other. And if you need to get around, we can always jump on the free City Circle tram. It's that simple. Trevor and Glenys lived in the eastern suburb of Mitcham for 27 years. But after almost 3 decades, the time had come to sell up the family home and head to the big smoke.
There's lots of great houses, and we were lucky enough to find this townhouse, and all of a sudden we found that within 20 minutes of finishing the theatre, we were back home. Everything we do from here, from North Melbourne, is basically via either the tram or the train. And within our little oasis here, we've also got the North Melbourne footy ground, the North Melbourne pool, and we've got our own little reserve. It's unbelievable how lucky we are.
We did get the sort of feel that this was so close to everything. It was just such a buzz. It was so fantastic. And it's turned out to be fabulous.
And Monique says it continues to evolve as an attractive proposition.
If you're focused on convenience and amenity and pure lifestyle enjoyment, it's very hard to go past Melbourne City.
And at the end of the day, you're never too far away from home, so you can sit back, relax and enjoy all that the city has to offer. What? Where to go? But I like this place. What? Look at the view.